crap.
Hey YouTube, Sean, Leslie for Dummies. As you just saw, it's a snow day today. So, starting from where I left off with my TMC yesterday, I said I would test CO2 with those Byrna Kinetics, so here goes nothing. Conditions are not ideal, nor have they been ideal for CO2 use. Probably over the past week. Like right now, it's a balmy 16 degrees Celsius in my garage. Not Fahrenheit, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but much cooler than normal, so I don't expect the best numbers here, but I do expect good numbers. Because the CO2s were not stored in the garage like I'd previously been doing. I've been keeping them inside now. So this is a 16 gram. I'll just throw it in here. I have Byrna Kinetics loaded up. I have my iron sights on now. Once iron sights make it onto one of my markers, it usually means it has gained my trust. This marker has become very reliable, even with some of the modifications I've done. And part of me testing, some of these videos may seem kind of redundant, but I do put a lot of rounds through these things, and the biggest reason is they have to earn my trust. They are not reliable, well, they may not be what you are looking for. Brief overview, 14-inch Lion Claw, as tested yesterday. The Byrna Kinetics turned out the best numbers. I have a 100 millimeter, 1 millimeter heavy duty drive spring in here. I removed the shim for that extra spring. I was using 2 shim. The reason was because of my detent problem. So I've gone to the MCS lock bolt. With that extra shim I had in there, storing the bolt in the lock position was causing the spring to kind of prematurely collapse on itself. The end coil was unwinding, and it was actually dragging on there's a drive pin in here, that like an alignment pin, and I believe it was slowing my bolt down actually. So in the meantime, while I wait for a new longer one-piece drive spring, this is just the single piece in here, like I linked in some videos ago and is in my community section. The air chamber I did drill out a little bit. I showed that way back when. There's a little bit of material in there you can remove, but not much. Not sure it equated to a whole lot, but all the little things add up. And yeah, I went back to the plastic handguard because it just suited the look that I was going for. It also made the marker a lot lighter. So let's shoot this thing. 16 gram first, then I'm gonna try the 90 gram. It's been a while since I tried a 90 gram in this. I just haven't. So we'll cock the marker, we'll pierce the CO2. I like that. Oh, and also, yes, I removed the MWR grip temporarily. Like I said, I was experimenting with some artificial heating devices, and the angle of that particular grip wasn't allowing me to do what I wanted at the time. We'll get to that in another video. Let's see what these Byrna Kinetics do. 400 on a 750 PSI bottle yesterday, so I'm expecting it should be 400 plus with CO2, even in the cold. Or 22. Or 08. Not a whole lot better though. 404. That one almost hit the window. I really got to put a curtain up there. Didn't break it. That is out of air. I didn't hear the bolt lock. Let's see. I don't know, was that out of air though? Seemed like a lot of CO2 in there. Maybe I got a jam. Oh, really? Just as I'm preaching its reliability. Last ball. I got a jam. Well, I was rapid firing pretty quick there. I'll just have to accept reality. Let me go grab the 90 gram and let's see what kind of numbers this thing churns out. 90 gram, not full, but still reading 800 PSI. It's had some use, can't remember how much, but if it says 800, in my opinion, that means it's still got some good life in it. So I'll just thread it in there. Oh, and that is the Home Defense 24 90 gram on off to ASA. And as haywire as all those shots looked, actually only 4 came out of the trap. But I really need to cover that window. I've seen what you guys have done out there as the broken TVs and stuff like that. And as for the jam, could be a weak mag spring. I mean, these are just paintball mags. I've done no upgrades to these, and I do store them loaded. Honestly, like 100% honest here, guys. That's the very first jam I ever gotten. So it is what it is. Byrna Kinetics again. 90 gram. Charged. And I think I'm gonna try Grimberg Jewel V2s. I think I'm gonna fire a few through with this in here because they are 684, almost identical bore size to the Byrna Kinetics. So I think that they should do better with more CO2, but we shall see. All right, 90 gram. $430. $424. $426. And you can see it's so much more stable with larger quantity. $416. $414. Let's just put those jewels in now. I rapid fire these things again. I'm pressing my luck. All right, I got 10 Jewel V2s. These are 8 gram. In a blow forward type marker, heavier balls and CO2 generally have gotten me better feet per second. Lightweight bolt in here, it's a nylon bolt. I've always found, regardless HBA or CO2, granted I was testing with smaller 12 gram or 16 gram CO2s, I don't see that same increase. as per yesterday, the heavy balls just didn't do well in this marker. So let's find out how they do with the big 90 gram. Oh, and let's see where we're at here. We are showing like 750 PSI, so I think it's still healthy. $234. $230. I think that's still lower though. $226. $222. And we are showing 700 now. I think this thing is dying now, but that 230-ish, I think is still lower in terms of energy compared to the Byrnas, but the Byrna Kinetics. You know, and I'm not gonna argue with you guys about weights. In my video yesterday, a 15 joule 10 gram riot ball or a 22 joule Byrna Kinetic, which one are you gonna choose? Yes, the Byrna Kinetic is gonna lose velocity faster because it is a lighter projectile, but in the grand scheme of things, in a short 15-20 foot distance, a 7 joule difference is huge. And I'm taking the Byrna Kinetic, and that's just the way it is. Whew. No windows that time. Well, the results weren't spectacular. Better? Yes. I'm sure in the heat of the summer, or even a little bit of warmth in the spring, the CO2 might churn out some better numbers. As always though, my job is never complete. One piece dry spring, and I'm gonna play with the length of that pin that's in there, and we'll see where it gets to. But I'd like to see, I said it all along, 30 joules, you know, on a average basis. So that's still what I'm shooting for. I don't think I'm quite there. Maybe if it was 30 degrees outside. See you on the next one.